what's up guys? Nick Major here, APTV correspondent, and I am so excited because it is just about the most wonderful time of the year, Warped Tour. Yes, the Vans Warped Tour 2016 presented by Journeys is right around the corner, and I've decided to make weekly vlogs until the tour begins because I'm so pumped. I know a lot of you are pumped, so why not start talking about this stuff a little early? Now this year's Warped Tour is shaping up to be the best Warped Tour in years for a number of reasons. If you're not planning on going or if you're on the fence still, I would highly recommend going. If you are going, well, congratulations. So let's jump right into why this year's Warped Tour is going to be so great. First off, of course, the best part about Warped Tour, the lineup. But this year's lineup, there's something very special going on that hasn't happened in a few years. There are a lot of good throwback bands. A lot of bands I grew up listening to. A lot of bands that the bands on the tour grew up listening to. Bands that inspired them to become musicians. We've got Good Charlotte. Sum 41. Newfound Glory. Less Than Jake. It's crazy that these bands and more are playing on Warped Tour together, bands that, like I said, I grew up listening to. I am so excited. And then of course we have the more recent bands that have been on the more recent Warped Tours. Sleeping with Sirens. Throw Friends. The Word Alive. Falling in Reverse. I am aware that I am an asshole. I really don't care about all of that though. But also what I love seeing on Warped Tour are the new bands that come out for the first time, and there's a great handful of new bands coming out. Some of those ones include Assuming We Survive. Wage War. Ocean's 8 Alaska. So go to vanswarptour.com and look at the full lineup. If there's some names you don't recognize, listen to a few of their tracks so that when you come to Warped Tour, you know these bands, you know some more bands. And you know, last summer for one date, I forget which location it was, but Waka Flocka Flame showed up. He did a set. He had so much fun. He's jumping back on, not for the whole tour. I think he's only on for a week or so, but that'll be awesome to see him there too, just bringing on some fun, unexpected stuff onto Warped Tour. And on top of that, Warped Tour's notorious for having surprise guests pop up from time to time. You know, a few years back, Linkin Park showed up, A Day to Remember. So maybe this summer, I don't know, Blink-182? Huh? Kevin Lyman? Maybe? I don't know, just suggesting it, highly suggesting it. While the throwback artists that I mentioned are a great addition to the tour, there's some stuff that's being taken out of the tour, and I think it's beneficial because it seems like they're really kind of refining it and just trying to focus once again more on the music aspect of Warped Tour, which is of course what has always been about. In recent years, we've seen the YouTubers tent, we have seen the comedy tent, both of which are gone this year. The acoustic basement tent is also going to be gone this year. That's too bad, it's unfortunate. Brian Marquis, he's the guy that puts that tent on. We're gonna miss you, man. But there's still gonna be acoustic artists playing this year at Warped Tour like Braden and Say We Can Fly. And there's also some new stuff going on with the stages this year. The main big thing that's changing up with the stages is there's 2 monster stages this year, and they're devoted to primarily, or not even primarily, they're just devoted to the heavy music that's playing. Every Time I Die, Motionless in White, Atreyu, Color Morale. So if you do like the heavy stuff, I have a feeling you're gonna be standing over there because that's gonna be a pretty consistent pit between those 2 stages all day. The other 2 main stages are gonna be the Journey's left and right foot stages. And why I like this idea is I think it's really gonna get people to walk around the venue, to go watch the different bands. And I think some people have a habit of just kind of sticking near the main stages, and they really miss out on looking at a bunch of awesome tents, at potentially running into their favorite bands by just kind of confining themselves to a particular stage. I hope to meet a ton of you this summer. I can't wait. It is my 3rd summer on Warped Tour. I'll be out once again with Alternative Press all summer long. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below of anything you would like to know about Warped Tour and future vlogs. Be sure to stay tuned for them as well because you never know who might turn up in the future ones. Maybe some artists and musicians that'll be up on Warped Tour, and I say that because there are gonna be some guest hosts on these vlogs. But once again, I'm Nick Major, APTV correspondent. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on all of my social media, as well as Alternative Press on all of our social medias, and that will ensure you have a summer of coverage. If you would like to buy some Alternative Press merch, such as the shirt that I'm wearing right here, head to altpress.com/shop. See you guys next week. Thanks again for watching. Mwah.